Up next is senior Callie Demagall, who wrestled 135 and 140 pounds throughout the season this year. Even though Callie was in her first year of wrestling at the high school, Callie had an extensive background in wrestling. Like her sister, she started off in our Columbia youth program at an early age and wrestled all the way up through sixth grade until she kind of let wrestling go and focused on basketball. I even remember when I first started coaching at Columbia, even before I was the head coach and I was, as assistant, I would go watch the youth and I would see a very young Callie wrestling, and I was blown away by her skill and her technique. And I knew that that girl was going to be a very special wrestler. Callie actually is one of the first girls that we have on our, awards board. If you go in there, she was it was one of the first junior high girls state tournament that they had, and she went down there and placed. As I said, though, Callie, kind of left wrestling for a while. She focused on basketball, which she had an amazing career in that as well. I mean, Callie overall as an athlete, any sport she does, she's always successful. And then coming into her senior year, she decided she wanted to get back into wrestling. She didn't want to leave basketball though, so I think what makes her season even more impressive is that she did this while also playing varsity basketball at the same time. So she was splitting her time between basketball practice, wrestling practice. She had basketball games, wrestling meets. The girl was busy 24/7 during the season, and we were really worried it was going to be way too much for her, but she was able to manage her time, manage her energy, and was able to be successful in both sports. For her senior season, Callie racked up 33 wins, putting her in the 30-win club. She had 27 pins, 2 decisions, 37 takedowns, 14 total near falls, 9 reversals, and 21 escapes, which she was the team leader in. Right off the bat, it took a little bit of time for Callie to kind of get acclimated back into wrestling. But like we always say, it's like riding a bike, and she quickly got her groove back. It started off a little slow. She took 6th place at the Lady Arcs tournament in Brush, 4th place at the Mapleton Girls tournament, 4th place at the Lady Vikings tournament. But then we started to see her get better and better with her wrestling. And she was just constantly improving, and especially in the room, we'd see her getting much better in the room, and then slowly that started to transition into the matches. And midway through the season, then we start to see Callie not only she was winning the matches she was supposed to win, but now she was starting to beat the girls that were returning state qualifiers, returning state placers, ranked in the state, and now she's starting to establish herself as a dominant wrestler. She took 5th at the Lady Raiders Invitational, and her weight class was absolutely stacked. So for her to come away with 5th place there was really impressive for the competition that was there. She had actually a defending Pennsylvania state champ and a defending Ohio state champ, I think, in her same weight. So she had a pretty low weight class. At the pre-regional tournament, Callie took 3rd place, which allowed her to qualify for the regional tournament. And then she went on a really nice run at the regional tournament. She came up 1 match short of qualifying for the state tournament, but she still finished 6th place, which earned her all regional honorable mention. And to to place at the regional tournament after being away from the sport for so long, that just shows how skilled of a wrestler and athlete that Callie was. Callie made some really big marks on the season. We really relied heavily on her at the state duels. She won a huge match. She had a really tough match at the regional finals that, we could have gone back and forth in some ways. And in fact, Callie was losing it for a while, and then she battled back and got the pinfall at the end of the match, which pretty much sealed the dual meet for us. And, I remember, all of us were so excited because it was a back and forth match. Callie kept battling and battling, and finally got the pin on the girl. And when she came off the mat, I remember just yelling at her, "You just send us to state," because it was her match that definitely qualified us. Because by that point, it was it was a close score with the other team, but that set us apart, and I knew we were going to carry the rest of them. So when she came up, I'm like, "You just qualified us for state." And even at the state level tournament, she had some really good matches. She wrestled a girl who finished, I believe, 7th in the state in her first match, and Callie gave her a brutal match. The girl came off the mat. Callie looked like she won the match, but the girl was actually the one that was victorious. But Callie came off looking fine, and the other girl had to go run into the hallway. She was crying. She was, throwing up from being exhausted because Callie pushed her to the limit. So Callie, I know she always says that she wishes she would have kept going, like, obviously wrestled before, but I always tell them, enjoy the present, enjoy what you've done, because, you can't change what happened in the past. And, you know, she had an incredible run in every sport that she's done in school, and she has left a major legacy for others to fill, even outside the mat, in the classroom. Callie was an LC8 scholar athlete. She was selected amongst our team, which was full of scholar athletes. I mean, they had such a high GPA, and of those, Callie was recognized as being the LC8 scholar athlete. She was also selected as a NWCA Academic All-American. She was selected by both the Morning Journal and the Chronicle Telegram as an all-star second team, and she did earn her first year varsity letter in wrestling. Really proud of Callie. She's she's so enjoyable to have in the room too. Um, Her laugh is contagious in that room, and we're really going to miss her. I wish her the best of luck in whatever she does. She's talked about possibly moving on and wrestling at the next level, but she's also talked about that with her other sports, which I know she's definitely capable of doing. So whatever she decides to do, I know she's going to be successful, and we're really excited to see what the future holds for Callie, because whatever she decides to do, we know that she's going to take it full force and she's going to be successful in it. So thank you, Callie, for a great senior season, and we wish you the best of luck.